Well, this morning we went ahead and put the backhoe back on the RK25, and we're starting to cut back this slope a little bit. I don't know if it's a great idea or not. Last night we had about 2 inches of rain. Well, actually yesterday. Nice sunny day today, but it's a little bit muddy. But anyway, we'll get at her. Well, hello there everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Try New Things, where today we are working on Garden Expansion 2025 Part 2. So in the last episode we did a little bit of cut and fill. Today we're going to do a little bit more cutting, and then hopefully we'll get around to either working on the seed and straw or removing that tree. So sit back, enjoy. This is going to be a good short episode. Well, it took a little bit more than half a day, but I've got the slope cut back, separated into a couple piles, topsoil and fill. Now to move on to what? Seed and straw, or remove the tree. Now I do have some significant Osage orange roots to deal with, so I have to cut all those back, pick up that big rock. Yeah, not as bad as I thought it would be for the roots. All right, everybody, it's the end of day one of part 2. Let me turn the camera around, show you what we got done. So we got the embankment cut back, so hopefully we'll be able to run the mower on it. We put down seed and straw. I am now completely out of straw and almost out of seed. So that's as far as I got. We're going to make it all the way around the outside of the new garden. And I've got to spread out some more fill, spread out some more topsoil that I saved. That's a little pile of topsoil here. Probably use that over here where I left off with the straw. But yeah, that's where we are so far today. In the next clip, I don't know what we're going to do. We're either going to continue doing seed and straw, or we're going to be taking out this tree. One or the other, they both got to be done this episode. So I've done just a little bit more seed and straw out here on the run out area. I did have a washout. I got to figure out how to slow down the water, but it did wash out part of my bank, so I got to fix that. And you can just see what a sloppy mess I got going on out there. But let me take you over there and show you what we're working on today. So I'm down here in the lowest corner, and you can see that all the piles are gone. So I've spread out those piles, mucky mess. Worked on this slope right here down towards my feet and then off to the right there. Now I got a little bit of topsoil on the top. I'm going to rake down, then we're going to finish seeding and strawing this piece. But in the process of doing that, I tore up my beautiful lawn that I had down here. So we got to seed and straw that as well. Now you may also notice that the tree is still there. We will attack that in a little bit. Well, progress is being made so far today with the seed and straw. Up top here is the corner of the fill, and then all of this right here is where I tore up the lawn, actually building that up. But all I've got now is an ocean of seed and straw. Now right up there by the original garden, I still got to finish that. But I'm trying to leave a path so I can get to the tree, because we're going to cut that down and dig up the stump. But yeah, it's coming. Sun's finally coming out too. It is now the next morning. Now, first thing I'm definitely going to point out is the temperature certainly dropped overnight. This feels more like November than yesterday did. But honestly, I don't mind, because I've got my safety chaps on, my safety helmet on. It's time to bring down the tree, and I really like cutting trees in the winter versus the summer, partially because of the heat of all the gear, but it's just more comfortable. But anyway, that's what we're doing today. We're finally going to get rid of the tree that's in the middle of next year's garden extension. I know this perspective is a little bit deceiving. I've got a tree here, utility pole here, and utility lines above. But I assure you, this tree is shorter than the pole and the power lines. The other thing is, I am purposefully going to leave a very long stump, and the reason for that is it gives me something to leverage with the backhoe when I go to take out the stump. The hole where the tree once was has now been backfilled. It is time to bring in some topsoil and some compost and let the grass start to grow. Now, if you're thinking it's too late for the grass to grow, I guarantee you it isn't. I know from doing this so much out here on the farm that even though you seed and straw in November, it'll grow back even if it waits till spring. So don't be afraid to seed and straw any time of the year. All it needs is moisture and to be above freezing, which most of our days are. Well, the sun is going down once again, and it's the end of another weekend. So I think this is going to be a good time to wrap up this video. If you've hung around this long, thank you very much. Let me give this camera a spin around and I'll show you where we are. So I've put all the rocks, well, at least all the smaller rocks, onto pallets so I can take them out of here. So did a little bit of cleanup. Got another little load of topsoil. So right here, the water was rushing down the hill, crossed here, and was washing out my new slope. So I built a berm along the top to divert the water that way, and it goes down the natural drain. Hopefully that's going to work. And then for the most part, we got all of our seed and straw done. So now all I got to do in the next episode, well, lots left to do, but in the next episode we're going to bring in some topsoil, hopefully some compost, get this all ready and prepped for tilling in the spring. I got to do my fence extensions, drive some more 8-foot T-posts, put up some more deer netting. Lots to do before spring. What a muddy mess I made. Well, that's just about going to do it for part 2 of the garden extension. If you have any questions or comments about this video or any of my videos, as always, don't hesitate to write them in the comments. If you haven't already, please do me a big favor, hit that like button, and I would appreciate it if you hit subscribe as well if you haven't already. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Let me spin the camera around, show you wee.